Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Days have gone, and I'm finally here to have my thoughts on the Palestine-Israel conflict. I'm gonna be as unbiased and as logical as I can be in this situation. All right. Obviously, first of all, the history of this area, of this situation, is important to know. Why was the state of Israel created? So the Zionists have been pushing for a state for the Jews for a very long time. It even began before World War One. They came to the Jews after World War One, told them, "We can get you a country. Do you want that?" The Jews said no. Why? Because it goes against their faith. In the Jewish faith, the actual Jewish faith in the Old Testament, it is said Jewish nation cannot be created until the Messiah has come. The Jews cannot have a nation of their own, which they control, until their Messiah comes. Obviously, they didn't believe that Jesus was the Messiah. They're still waiting for their Messiah, who we believe is the Antichrist. But that's not important. So what happened was, Hitler did his stuff, the Holocaust and all of that. And they came to the Jews and said, "Do you want a country now?" And obviously the Jews said yes. It was either that or be prepared for something similar to happen again, where they will be persecuted, where the Jews would be oppressed. Then they got their nation. They got their Israel. But ever since, 1940 something, when they got the nation, they were just expanded and expanded and expanded, taking the Golan Heights from Syria and obviously expanding inwards towards Gaza and the West Bank. But everybody was silent. For over 70, 80 years, everybody was silent. In football, no, we don't want to bring politics into football. Oh, Mahrez was carrying a Palestine flag. Don't bring politics into football. Oh, the Leicester City players were wearing Palestine flags. Don't bring politics into football. That was the message. It was a very simple and clear message. And I would probably agree with it. Even though what I think is happening right there is not just politics, it's human rights. But again, if you want to keep it like that, I agree with it. I want to keep football as football. I hated the BLM, the LGBTQ stuff. I want to keep football as football. But what is happening now? Why am I hearing reports about the Premier League discussing a minute of silence for what just happened in Israel? Where is the countless of minutes of silence for Palestine, if I might ask? Where is it? Lighting up the Tour Eiffel, the Eiffel Tower in the Israel colors? Something in Berlin they also did with the Israel colors. What is this double standards? But I'm not shocked. I think a lot of people are shocked, but I'm not shocked. Why? Because I knew the two sides. I knew that Israel had the Western European nations and obviously Canada and the United States, pretty much all the NATO members. And on the right side, we got the boys, we got Iran, we got Russia, we got China, these countries. So now there's a clear line. And I think the Ukraine-Russian thing is also connected to it. Obviously, Ukraine, that's a proxy war between Russia and America. And I mean, Israel pretty much like a proxy war between America and probably Iran, because Iran fund Hezbollah in Lebanon, who have attacked Israel recently. And obviously the US, they fund Israel. So my thoughts on all of this situation, I just hate the double standard. I just hate the double standard that when the Palestinians got oppressed, zitch, silence, big S, silence. But as soon as the Jews got oppressed, khalas, we need to talk about it. They are oppressed. It's sad what is happening to the Jews. It's very funny. It's very funny that one of the most important histories in the Old Testament is David and Goliath. David and Goliath was an example of even if you don't have the power compared to your opponent, never give up. And I mean, we have a David and Goliath situation here in Palestine and Israel. Palestine as David and Israel as Goliath. Palestine just never wants to give up. They don't want to give up. This peace treaty, that's giving up. This is their land. They're not here to negotiate. And as they say, you don't negotiate with terrorists. Yes, Israel is a terrorist apartheid state. It's worse than what South Africa was. It's worse than what they did in North America, in America with the slaves and everything. What they were doing there, not just to Palestinians, not just to the Arabs and the Palestinians. Look at how they treat the Christians, and look at how they treat the original Israelis and the Eritrean and Ethiopian Jews. The black ones. They are treated even worse than the Palestinians, I would say, inside of the country of Israel. So this is not something about, oh, I'm a Muslim, I feel for the Muslim people. No, I'm a human. I feel for the humans in that state, whether they're Muslim, Christian, black, anything. That's pretty much my thoughts. I just hate the double standard. The double standard is absolutely disgusting. But I mean, this is something that we should be used to. We should be used to the double standard from the Western society. When Qatar were hosting the World Cup, it was, oh my God, they don't respect that. They don't have human rights for that. But if it was switched up, if Muslims, when they went to Europe, said the same thing, it would have been treated in a totally different way. It's absolutely disgusting. I hate the double standard. And I've been as unbiased in this video as much as I can. But one thing is clear. The Jews, they are not oppressed and they are not victims. Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that Adolf Hitler is seen as the worst human being of all time? And not just seen as the worst human being. No, the agenda is pushed that he's the worst human being of all time. That agenda is pushed every single place, in every single place. But why is it so? Did Hitler kill the most people? One person killing the most people? No. So, why is he the worst? Why isn't it King Leopold who killed, I believe, over 40 million Congolese? Why is it not Mao Zedong who killed millions of Chinese people in the revolution? And why is it not Stalin, Hitler's counterpart, who killed millions and put millions in concentration camps there in Russia? Well, there's only one clear answer. The clear answer to why Hitler is pushed to be the most hated person of all time is because what he did was not against blacks, was not against Chinese, was not against Muslims, was not against Bolsheviks, it was against Jews. That's been it from your boy PSGINT. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? And as usual, Ale Palestine.